What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we got the respective second part to my most overrated Naruto character video, and being of course the most underrated Naruto character in my opinion. Now initially I had two different answers, being Haku and Kimimaru, but you know, as I started thinking a little bit more, I was like, these dudes definitely both have good cases, but I just gotta go with my man Sasori in this situation. I don't know how he slipped my mind, but people be sleeping on my boy Sasori, and I'm gonna get right into that. So with that little stuff out the way, let's get straight into this video. Alright, now to get us started, now a lot of people might be wondering, you know, Sasori, oh, that's a real weird one considering your most overrated one was someone crazy like Itachi. I know, it's a little unexpected, but I swear to you not, I really feel like people truly do sleep on Sasori as an Akatsuki member and just as a fighter in general, because, you know, I mean, as we all know, in Naruto, puppet masters really aren't like that intimidating, but like Sasori is most definitely like the real deal. Like, man plays no games. Now, of course, on this list, I could have had, you know, people be sleeping on Minato. Like I said, people sleep on Tsunade. They sleep on Kakashi's father, Sakura. They sleep on, like I said, Kimimaru, Haku. But I think Sasori is definitely the best choice in this, because mainly I feel that people like to bring up the fight with Sakura and Chiyo. Now, as we all know, Sasori lost that fight. But we all also have to remember that Sasori, I wouldn't want to say was at a disadvantage, but he definitely had his, you know, he definitely wasn't at his highest in that fight, only because they came in there more prepped than really anybody else he had ever fought. Considering the fact that he absolutely bodied Kankuro in his shell form, I can't remember what it is called off the top of my head, but he absolutely bodied Kankuro in that. And so with that being caused, he bodied him with poison, and when he was taken back to the Sand Village, they end up figuring out an antidote for the poison. And so when they went into the fight, as we all know, they already had poison. I mean, anti to the poison already. So then that already puts Sasori's one of his main things, being poison, at a disadvantage. Because when he hit Sakura with the poison, he truly thought she was goner. And then I also thought it watching it as well, until I remembered that they brought that antidote with them. And so a lot of people like to bring up that. And then also when considering the fact that he just, you know, flat out lost in general. But we also have to remember he was going against a direct counter, being Granny Chiyo. Granny Chiyo knew everything about Sasori. She had his number. Well, I wouldn't say she had his number in puppets, but she definitely, well, actually, yeah, I can't say she had his number in puppet, because as we all remember, Granny Chiyo had the 10 strongest puppets ever created. Now, Sasori had his 100 puppets, and those things are no joke themselves. But Granny Chiyo's 10 puppets are like, they are definitely up there. And considering the fact that Sasori went into this fight even with a major disadvantage, Granny Chiyo even flat out stated that even with the last attack he was hit with, she figured Sasori definitely should have and could have been able to dodge it. So realistically, if we're being honest, Sasori should not have lost that fight. But at the same time, you can still make an argument that he would have lost, but I just don't feel like he should have lost right then and there if that was how he was going to lose. So, you know, people like to downplay him for that fight, but, you know, I truly don't ever like to blame that fight on, you know, I don't like to use it the way people make it seem, being, you know, oh, he lost to Sakura. Like, you also have to remember, he didn't fight Sakura one-on-one, because if he did, Sakura would no longer be in the show, I'll tell you that much. So another thing I like to bring up about Sasori that people tend to forget is that Sasori killed the strongest Kazekage out of all of them, including Gaara, Rasa, and the ones that came before him. The third Kazekage was the strongest one. And Sasori murdered him without his main puppet. And his main puppet was the third Kazekage. So whatever puppet he managed to kill him with before that, or even if he even used a puppet at all, is like, that's absolutely ridiculously impressive. To kill the strongest Kazekage of all time, my fault for butchering that, y'all. you know, these Kage names can get out of hand. But being able to kill the strongest Kage of all, that's like a really big feat. Considering the fact that he then turned into your strongest weapon and you did not have that weapon when you fought him, that's like top tier impressiveness. And then Sasori also has his body that's a freaking puppet, and his puppet body is no joke as it is, whether it's the hard shell one or it's his actual body with the flames and the freaking the wheel, well, the spin. I don't even know what those propellers. I don't know what you want to call them. Knives. That's what they are. The knives. But yeah, that form, everything about Sasori is just like the man is a fire character. Now, even in my ranking Akatsuki video, I want to say Sasori was like six. I want to say how I ranked him six, but like by no means is that mean that like Sasori couldn't have beat anybody above him, because Sasori's poison is no joke. Like that thing will take you through it. Like if he hits any of the Akatsuki members with that, you know, except for maybe someone like Pain or Kakazu, considering the fact they have different bodies or different hearts, you know how it is. But even if he hits Kakazu with it, that still might be a wrap, because his body's gonna constantly get hit with it, no matter how many hearts he starts injecting them. But if he hits anybody else with that, like that's a game over. That poison's like no joke. So, you know, I just wanted to go into a little detail here. You know, I ain't want to make this video too long, just like I didn't make the original one too long. So, you know, I hope you guys can, you know, I hope you agree, or maybe some people might disagree with my opinion on this. You know, of course, all these videos are always opinionated. So if you disagree, leave a comment below of your most underrated Naruto character. I'll love to see you guys' comments. But with that little stuff out the way, I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.